Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Emily. I'm a mom who loves home decor, thrifting, and a good DIY project. I'm super excited because today we are doing some Ikea caning DIYs. I love caning. Right now, like my Pinterest is full of like caning furniture and stuff like that. If you guys don't know, this is caning. You can find some on Amazon, and actually the stuff you can find on Amazon should be all you'll need because otherwise you have to go to specialty shops. But I found this website that has like all these caning shops across the US. There's specifically one in Canada too. So I will link those places down below. I'm going to be doing these Ikea hacks, whatever you want to call them, adding some caning to some things, making it super fun. Before we jump into things, if you're not already, feel free to follow me on Instagram at EmilyFaith22. Let's get started with project number 1. For this first DIY, you're going to need a glass vase. You can get these in a set of 3 at Ikea, but in full transparency, I got mine from the dollar store. But again, you can get these, they're like 3 different sizes at Ikea. Then you're going to need some caning. Measuring tape, it's going to be helpful to have like the cloth kinds because we're measuring around. Scissors, some really strong glue, raffia straw, or I'm actually going to try and use, I had this like dried leaf thing and I was cutting it and playing around with it. I'm going to try and use this. You probably won't have this random leaf that I have. You can use raffia straw. First thing we need to do is measure our glass. 11 inches. You obviously might have a different measurement, so just do whatever yours is. Go from the top. 5. Oh boy. Okay, so now that we have our measurement, we're gonna cut out a piece of caning that is 11 inches wide and 5 inches tall. Everyone says you can just wet your caning to soften it up and make it easier to like work with. It doesn't need to be that soft, so I'm just gonna like do it for like a minute or 2. That was only like a minute and it seriously softened up so much. I'm going to use my E6000 and this little foam brush and kind of just get a really nice layer of glue all over it. And then my plan is to trim it once I get it on here. Trial and error. I am going to put a rubber band
maybe this one, Mama,
around it while it dries. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to trim
this is
the
so
top.
light.
I'm going to go in with my dried straw and hot glue it around the top to give it, I can't even show you. This is why I'm hot gluing it, because it doesn't stick. To give it like a finished edge. That's the plan. I could just do that with a rubber band, but God, I could just do it with a rubber band. I'm gonna see what that looks like. Like the rubber band's like the exact same color right now. Guys, it's working. Look at that. Don't you dare tell me that doesn't look good.
This.
That looks good. I think I'm gonna do 2. It's the exact same color as my caning. And it gives it like a very finished look. Psh. Rubber bands to the rescue. Did the top. Now I'm going to do the bottom. Got the 2 rubber bands on. I'm gonna take off the other ones. Oh my gosh. I am shocked. I might need to trim up those tiny little pieces right there to make it look like more finished. But the fact that it has like this nice rim, like nobody would know that's a rubber band, except everybody who watches this video. I think I might go back and either try and trim up this seam like really well so that they match. If it doesn't look like perfect, then I'm just gonna add, and just like a line would look more clean. I'm gonna use this little piece of the cane that like fell off, and I'm just gonna hot glue this. It's not gonna be perfect, but I think it's skinnier and will look better. So that's how it looks. You can definitely see a little bit of the glue, but it's not that big of a deal the farther you back up. Are you guys ready to see this finished product? Here it is. For my next DIY, we are going to be making over this Ikea side table. It is this one right here. I actually got this idea off of Pinterest from a blog called Hunker. I will link that down below for you guys. All credit goes to them. I definitely ran into some issues. I struggle every time I work with caning. I feel like it's gonna be so easy. Isn't that every DIY project? And then it's not as easy as it turns out to be. I am extremely happy with the end product. Make sure you watch the full process. I basically do things, undo them, redo them, figure it out along the way, but in the end, it works out. Here is my Ikea nightstand or side table, and I just took out the piece of glass that comes in here. Got the caning in the bath with some water, trying to flatten it out. I'm going to take my E6000 I'm going to take a little hot glue and just hot glue right along the edge just to help hold it down. So then I can flip it over and trim the sides. The 2 sides were actually like perfect, but I'll go ahead and trim these sides. This is where we're at with the DIY. I tried to put the glass piece in and it didn't fit because it's too thick with the stuff on it. In the blog post, they don't do it this way. They like put the caning on once it's all put together, but I was thinking if I could tuck the caning into the groove, it would look like so finished and so perfect. That's why I wanted to try it that way, like different than them. Now I know. It doesn't work that way. I finally know what I have to do. So I assembled the entire thing. And yes, there's all this glue, but I found that it's helping create some friction. So it's okay that it looks like that. I've assembled this full thing. So you guys can just start by assembling your full little side table. I've trimmed my caning like perfectly to size. It's nice because with this caning you can just follow right along the lines. Now I'm going to glue again for the 10,000th time, which you guys have already watched me do a bunch. now that I have everything glued on to my table, and this is all that the blog does, is just this, but they use a different caning, and I think the other caning gives it more of a finished look on the edges, but this one, the way the edges are, it just never looks finished to me with like just cutting it and leaving it like this, which was why I like had tried to tuck it and all that stuff. I have this reed spline, and to get this very like bendable, you just soak it in water. I need to go do that actually. I'm going to just use hot glue to line the edges. That's just gonna give it this really nice finished look. I got this stuff on Amazon, and I actually used some of it for a different project. So this is all I have left, and I don't have enough to go around the whole thing. I do have more ordered. I think I'm gonna have one side empty. Of course, I will finish the project once it comes in the mail, but I really wanted to get this video out for you guys, and mail is taking longer these days, obviously because of coronavirus. So it's real life. I will have to finish the DIY later, but you guys will at least get a very good idea of what everything will look like. Are you guys ready to see how this thing turned out? Here it is. Quickly wanted to show you guys one other fun little IKEA hack that I did. I don't have any video of this. It's basically the same concept as this side table, but I went and added some caning to my son's IKEA kids kitchen. I loved this idea. I put it right on top of the plexiglass, the reed spline along the edges. This was actually a DIY I did a couple weeks ago, and I got it super messy. There's like lots of glue everywhere. Let me show you guys this super cute little IKEA kids kitchen. And that's everything, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's caning IKEA hacks video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. As always, you guys can subscribe for more of my everyday life. Follow me on Instagram at EmilyFaith22. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!